Okay. Is that okay for the cameras behind? Yeah. Okay, we're all ready. We'll give a question, raise your hand, and then more pressure. We'll kick off. We'll go with Riccardo.
Riccardo has officially signed, so I can ask you about the end. How pleased are you to have him through the door now officially?
Yes, very happy. It took a while. He's a player that we have monitored for over a year. We were really short in the backline in last season in terms of numbers, and we demanded so much for them. Willie, for example, played every minute of the Premier League, and we believe that we have to be much more protected. We identified him as a player, as a talent that can give us skills and qualities that are going to make us better. And still just signing a player with huge capacity still to develop.
He's obviously another very versatile defender as your back line. Do you see him primarily as a left back, as a centre back, or not really any one fixed position?
Both positions, especially, and the way we want to play and the things that we want to evolve in our game model is a player that is going to fit really well for what we want.
It must be quite pleasing for you. You've got Calafiori now at the club, Emile Smith-Rowe on the way out for a good feel at the club. Happy about. Very good business all around, isn't it, for Arsenal?
Yes, I'm very happy that we got Riccardo done. As I said, I think it was very important to have that reinforcement in the backline, considering the issues that we had, especially last year, and once Julian was injured. So yeah, increases the competition, increases the quality, and very good news for the team.
Another big game against Premier League opposition Liverpool this time. You beat Man United. What you're hoping to kick on and deliver another good result and get plenty out of this game.
Yes, another great test. Again, moving to a different city, jet lag, we have to adapt to that. A different pitch, different stadium, different weather conditions, all great. And obviously against a team, again with a new manager that I really like, especially the way he plays. That is going to be very tough. So a really good test for us again.
Mikel, can I ask you a bit more about Arne Slot? What do you like about him, and what do you think he'll bring to the Premier League?
Well, I don't know personally, but I watch his past team, and first of all, I like a lot the person and the way he comes across. I heard very good things about players that are probably the best one to ask as well, and really impressive as well the way he sets up his teams and the clarity and the quality that the teams show. So yeah, it's going to be a really good game.
Just ask, Emile's not out there training. You know, there's some talk he might be leaving. Could you confirm or deny that?
I cannot talk about deals that they haven't done yet. Thank you.
Jonathan?
Jonathan Tannell of the Philadelphia Inquirer, the local paper here. Welcome to town.
Thank you.
You guys obviously have been in the United States many times, played in a lot of different cities. When you travel around, do you take some time to see the place and feel how different one city is from the next, or is it just come in and get to work?
Well, when we have the chance, we love to do that and get something from that culture and things that we can learn from the city and try to implement them as well in our team. But well, we arrived here last night. We haven't really have time. If we have this afternoon, we'll try to do something about it. So hopefully, yes.
Anton?
Mikel, obviously, look, you seem really happy with the signing that you've made, but you know what it's like in football. It's relentless.
Always more.
Where's next? Which positions of the field next are you looking to show to?
Let's see. We have to wait and see the movements in the market. We already identify things that we can improve since we have the meetings in February, March, April, and if we can, we will try to strengthen the team in the areas that we believe we can get better. But so far, I'm really happy with what we have.
You mentioned you wanted to improve the defence, but you had the best sort of, conceded the fewest goals in the Premier League last season. What was it about the defence that you felt actually we need to sort of bring in someone like that?
Well, especially the numbers. We end up with 6 defenders in the backline. At this level, you have to be really lucky to sustain a season at that level like this, and we were, because Willie, for example, and Gary played almost every minute, but Willie played more than 50% more minutes than the previous season. So if Willie is able to consistently do that 3 or 4 years, that's a big question mark. And at this level, you cannot just bet on that. I think that's a big bet, and we didn't want to take that bet.
Nick at the back.
Hi.
We know that other clubs wanted Calafiori, and there's quite a lot of interest in recent weeks, but he really wanted to sign for Arsenal, didn't he? Are you finding that more players are interested in coming? It's easier to attract players to Arsenal when you first started?
That was great when I spoke to him 1 or 2 times, and I knew the other things, and I wasn't really sure whether we could do it or not. He was adamant. Let me know when you're ready, my bags are ready, and I just want to come to Arsenal. That were his words, and when you have that feeling, and someone with that, when that willingness to join us to make us better, and And that determination, that's something really powerful, and I think as a club we should be very proud of that.
I'm Mikel Arteta, Loyalist Podcast. I'm not sure if you're aware of the reputation that Philadelphia sports fans have in America as some of the most passionate fans in the country. I don't think it's any coincidence that there's a lot of Arsenal fans here. In your experience, how's the support from the fans in America compared to those back in England?
Well, it's been great. It is different because the way they lived and the way the atmosphere is created in the stadium is very different to the Premier League. But again, it was unbelievable when we played 2-3 days ago in the SoFi Stadium, and I'm sure that I heard that here is going to be really, really good as well.
Hi, Mikel. Just on Calafiori, obviously last year you got all the business done and everybody came on tour with you. So how important is it to have him out here while you're away?
Yeah, at the end, you want to integrate the player within your culture, within your team, within your model as quick as possible, and that requires a little bit of time, especially when you move from a different country. You know that we have signed recently quite a lot of players that they were already in the Premier League. That facilitates and makes things easier. With other players, it can take a little bit longer. But he's in a really good place. His English is really good. He already has big understanding of what we want because I already explained it to him, and he's so excited. So let's go day by day.
I just want to ask you about the guys who aren't here: Dudek, Bukayo, Aaron David. Are you confident you're going to have them for the opening weekend of the season, or is that in a bit of doubt?
I'm very confident because when I spoke to them, they really want to be part of it as quick as possible, and they are really preparing to be ready to come, not to start preparing when they come back, which is very different.
What date do they join up?
Sorry?
Tell us what date they join up.
At the end of this week. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're finally
So Robbie from AFTV. Can we expect to see Riccardo Calafiori playing against Liverpool?
On Wednesday? Good question. I don't know. So he had a long flight yesterday, had a medical, so the last 48 hours they've been quite busy for him. Today he hasn't really done anything with the team. Tomorrow he will probably train some parts. So let's see how it is. We don't want to rush anything. If he's available and fit, great. He might play a few minutes. And if we think that it's still not ready, we're not going to push it.
Okay, Rob, good. Thanks very much, everyone. Thanks for
Yeah. One more. You have a question? Yeah.
Mikel, last season we obviously saw a huge investment in Declan Rice. It was a huge transfer fee. If a special player came on the market this summer, are Arsenal able to go to that sort of level again this summer?
We don't expect to do anything like it at this moment. That's the reality. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.